Always have to start off with a smile. Happy Monday. Happy December. It's a great night to have a great night. Hopefully, it was a great day to have a great day for you. Just my cameras and things, get myself together. I thought I did that before I started, but here I am. So let's get into it. It's Money Mondays. Okay. So my name is Toria Howard. I am an educator and I'm here to educate you on financial literacy today. I'm a real estate agent as well. I also am an educator of eighth grade students. I love to educate. So I know people are like, oh, you're a teacher, boy, is you and all of that. Let me tell you this, I don't have any problems. Generally, I mean, every now and again, they try me, but they already know. But they love that I'm tough on them, but I love on them. So that's the difference. So let's get into what we're talking about today, because I'm here for a short time, not a long time, hopefully, and we're talking about debt management strategies that save you money. Okay, that's what we're talking about today. So understand that during this time, people amass a lot of debt because, you know, it's something about the Christmas season, right? Because it's a season of giving, it's a season of wanted to share your love for people by giving them things. That is a love language, gifting people and also receiving gifts. A lot of people that have that love language first usually generally like to receive gifts only, but I'm the type of person that loves to give gifts as well as receive them. But during this time, we seem to get a little bit stretched. So today we're going to talk about two of the most effective strategies for reducing high interest debt efficiently: the debt snowball method and the avalanche debt payoff method. I've done this method before. Spoke about this many times, but we're going to talk about it again. So both are powerful, but which one you choose is based on your financial goals and the psychological preferences. Let me get it right. The psychological preferences, and what I mean by that is your mindset, right? Some people can't hang on too much too soon. Some people like to go ahead and just knock it on out. It's a mindset. Excuse me. So you have to be in the right mindset to figure out what is it that you want to do and what you want to accomplish and how fast. Some people like the slow, steady pace. So the snowball method would be more prevalent for you. If you like a more faster, direct approach, aggressive approach, you're aggressive, then the avalanche method is best for you. So let's talk about it. So the debt snowball method focuses on paying off your smallest debt first, regardless of the interest rate, right? The idea is to eliminate this debt quickly, and you'll be able to gain momentum and feel a sense of accomplishment, which can motivate you to keep going. So once you get that small win, it'll keep on, it's the gift that keeps on giving. It's going to make you want to continue to, go on this journey. So a lot of times you have to understand your debts, right? So how it works, you list your debts from smallest to largest balances, right? Hey, then you make the minimum payments on all your debts except the smallest one. Put an extra, put any extra money on the one that you're going to be paying off, the smallest debt. And then once the smallest debt is paid off, move to the next smallest debt. So whatever extra money you were paying on that debt, you're going to move up to the next smallest debt or next that's, in line. And you're not going to miss that money because you was already paying it. Plus whatever minimum payment you were already paying. So how it works is, let's say you have credit card A, which has a $500 balance at 20%. Credit card B is $1,500 with a 15% interest rate. And then you have a personal loan with a $3,000 balance at 10% interest rate. You will start by paying credit card A first because it's the smallest. Once it's paid off, you roll. That's why it's called snowball. You roll that method. You roll that payment amount. Said method. You roll the payment amount into credit card B, and then you continue to cycle with the personal loan to pay it off. That's just how it works, right? So why does this work? Because money is emotional. A lot of people don't realize that you have a relationship with money, and people don't realize that, like, overtly, I should say, or I outwardly, or like understand it visually, because it's just automatic to us, right? So a lot of times we don't think about our relationship with money, but you know how you feel when you have it, and you know how you feel when you don't have it. So to understand that is to understand you, the self awareness. So, why the snowball method works? So, the emotional satisfaction of crossing off debts one by one can create positive momentum. That's what you need. It particularly affects, you know, your psyche when you get that win. It's a win. How do you feel when you get a win, right? You feel awesome. Oh, let me say this. Drop a 1 in the comments if you're watching this live. Drop a 2 if you're new to my live, and drop a 3 if you are watching a replay. I really appreciate it. So, to it's particularly the snowball method is particularly effective if you have several small debts that can be cleared quickly and helping you stay positive. It's the whole point of just changing your mood and changing your mindset about your money. Once you accomplish something, it makes you feel good about it. That's why it's accomplishing the smaller one first will help you do that. So this method is best for people who need quick wins and want to build confidence and motivation while managing their debts. This is a motivational builder. Helps you keep that momentum to keep on going and making you feel like you've been doing what you're supposed to do all along because you have paid off something, right? So that's the debt snowball method. The debt avalanche method is for people that want to be a little bit more aggressive. Okay. Maybe you have a little bit more disposable income that you can put towards it. Maybe you got a raise. Maybe you got your income tax check, or you won the lottery, or, some type of extra money, or you got a business on the side that's generating income, some type of extra that's coming in that you can put towards this and be aggressive. So the debt avalanche method focus on paying off the highest. So it's the opposite of snowball. It's the highest interest rates first, regardless of the balance. This approach saves you the most money in the long run because you're reducing your overall interest that you're paying. You need to know how much you're paying, how much your interest is accruing. What that means is how much are you paying in interest, either daily, weekly, or monthly. Your credit card companies can let you know that. You could ask them, like, how often is the interest rate accrued? A lot of times it's credit cards, sometimes it's monthly, and you will know when that month is. Usually after they report is when they go ahead and tax you with that interest rate, or before they report. So know your statement date, know your reporting date, know your due date. Those 3 dates, right? Know those things. But the debt avalanche method, like I said, is to tackle the highest interest rate, regardless of the balance. This approach saves you the most money in the long run. How it works is you list all your debts, highest to lowest in interest rate. You make minimum payments on the debts except the one with the highest interest rate. You put extra on towards the one with the highest interest rate. And once the highest interest rate is paid off, you move that next to the next highest interest debt. You just move that payment on down. It's an avalanche, right? So, for example, if you have credit card A, was just $500 balance with 20% interest. You got credit card B is $1,500 with 15% interest. You have a personal loan that is a balance of $3,000 and you have 10% interest. You would start with credit card A because it has the highest interest rate. Even though it has the lowest balance, it has the highest interest rate, because you want to tackle that. You want to tackle that highest interest rate because it will save you money in the long run, and then learn how to use your credit cards effectively by making sure that you're using it for things you already going to have the money for. People are scared to use credit because they're not using it properly. You use your credit card like your debit card. You're supposed to use your credit card for your gas, your groceries, your phone bill, stuff you already have the money for. Not only will it show the credit card companies you're using it, It will also show that you know how to handle money in large amounts and you can pay it off. Say, for instance, if you have a $300, whatever your phone bill is, $300, right? You have a $500 credit card. Pay the 300 on that 500. Pay that 300 before your reporting date, and it's going to be looking like, oh, you're paying this off faster. They're going to increase your limits. The point is to have more available credit than you do, I should say, than not. Because the more available credit that you have, that revolving, which is 30% of your credit score, will help build your credit score, get it higher. So the whole point of debt payoff is, hi Nelson, the whole point of debt payoff is for you to be able to have that disposable income to do whatever it is that you need to do with it, to invest, to build your business, to, buy whatever it is that you're trying to buy. If you're trying to buy a home, I am a real estate agent here in the lovely city of Detroit. But if you are, looking to do something and you need to do these things, the Snowball method, Avalanche method will definitely help you. So like I said, the Snowball method is a more of a small win approach where you do the smallest and then you go large, you build it like a snowman. The Avalanche, if you're more aggressive, you have more disposable income, or if you have some money that you can put towards the highest interest, you tackle the highest interest and then you go down, regardless of the balance. So why does the Avalanche method work? It's focused on the high interest debt first. You minimize the amount you pay in interest. Interest can eat you up. So that's the point. You also save more money over time. That's what you want to do, right? And then the method is most mathematically efficient way to pay off debt. For all you math people, all you numbers people. So this method is best for people who are motivated by saving money and want to pay off their debts as efficiently as possible. Okay. It is ideal for people who have a lot of high interest debt and are looking to save the most money in the long term. And also people who have the disposable income or extra income coming in to tackle it the way it needs to be tackled. But even if you don't have it, it's a good method if you want a more of a progressive approach with your high interest debt. So now you can combine the strategies. All right. So combining the strategies, the Snowball and the Avalanche method, you can combine them. So if you're struggling to decide between the two, you can combine the elements of both. So for instance, if you have one large high interest debt but also small debts, you can focus on paying off the smallest debt for motivation while still tackling the high interest debt for long-term savings. So you can do it together if you want. Or, you can tackle the big one, the biggest balance. You can do it that way if you want to. Maybe that's a lot of people don't even look at their interest rates a lot of times, because a lot of times your interest rates are 25, 30% on these credit cards. You need to be looking at that and see if you can negotiate. First and foremost, let me just side note, negotiate your interest rates down with your creditors. Because if you have been establishing a relationship, you've been making payments on time, you should be able to negotiate your interest rate with them. So one thing you can do to decrease your interest rate is having a conversation. And the thing is, it's like people are scared to have these conversations because they're scared of no. But if you get a no the first time, call back and get somebody else, or go to management, or you have to get your yes. So you might have to go through a few people to get your yes. Is somebody gonna help you? You got to get that sob story. You got to pour some sugar on them. You got to make them laugh, make them feel good, do all those things, and it works. You get more with sugar. I'm telling you, I've had things done. I went to Secretary of State today and didn't even have no paperwork. But because I went up there with a smile and said, asked how she was doing and all of that, she didn't even ask me. She just put my stuff in and gave me my stuff and let me go on by my way. That's just an example. But you can, negotiate your interest rates. So call your creditor, see if that's a possibility. Like I said, if you get one no, try it again. If you get another no, try it again until you get that person that's going to help you, or ask for a supervisor. So how to speed up the process? We're talking about the snowball versus the avalanche method. You have to increase your payments. That's why I said, sometimes you have to pull from some type of sacrifice, either, sacrifice something that you don't need right now, something that that you're not paying attention to. A lot of times we have subscriptions coming out our accounts and we don't even know what they're doing, what they're for. We just paying stuff, things coming out automatically. That's why you have to go in and look at your bank statements to see what's coming in, what's going out. Okay. A lot of times we know what's coming in, but we don't know what's going out a lot of times because we swipe a lot. Hey David, hi Nelson. We swipe a lot. All the stuff is automatically deducted. All these different things that's happening, we're not paying attention, and then we look up like, dang, well, where'd my money go? So look at all those things that you can cut back on. Those subscriptions that you don't need right now, like Myron Golden say, you don't need to be watching the income reducer. You don't need to be watching that income reducer if you are struggling, right? So, you need to be trying to figure out how to make some more income, but you have to, increase your payments. And that's the thing when you're talking about paying off debt, especially if you're talking about paying off debt quickly. Now, if you're talking about getting a lump sum of money and doing it, that's not really learning how to manage what you already have, but it's a good thing to pay off your debt when you get large sums of money, especially those of you that get those 10 rack, 8 rack, tax returns is about to come around here soon. It's good to tackle your debt then, but you're not teaching yourself discipline and financial literacy if you do it in that manner. Not saying that you're not, but it's pulling from your actual income and giving, being more disciplined what you already have. Because think about it, those lump sum payments don't happen every single day. You have to base your financial literacy on what you have right in front of you, what you have established, what you're working for every day. And like, once again, Myron Golden said, focus on how can you make money every single day to increase these payments. So whether you're using whichever method, the snowball and avalanche method, you can speed up the process by increasing your monthly payments. That's the point. So even small debts can be a big difference, over time. It makes you feel good when you get those small wins. So focus on that. So I was just talking about cutting unnecessary expenses. A lot of times we are so busy in different things. We just have to plan better. A lot of times we eat, go eat out in restaurants a lot. Like I said, certain subscriptions that we have, when I was buying my house, I decided not to watch TV for a year to save that money, plus I put more on it. But I was paying like hundreds of dollars for, cable or whatever. And I decided to like, hey, I'm going to focus on saving this money. So, even though I had down payment assistance and all of those things because I'm a teacher, I still had to show some money in the bank. So I had to make some sacrifices. So cut unnecessary expenses. Point blank in the period. Look at your finances. Look at your budget. Look at what you're doing. Especially if you're a business owner, you should be looking at your finances and your budget all the time. But if your personal finances are not in order, then your business operation is going to flow the same way. So find ways to like I said, get some bonus income in order to do this. So making some extra money somewhere, using your talents is think and grow rich, right? Think and grow rich. Use your talents to make money, on the side, side hustles, doing different things to pay off the debt quicker. The whole point is not to work forever, but the whole point is to have your money established so that you can, pay off those debts. So you could also, if you have a higher credit score, you can think about refinancing or consolidating. So if you have a good relationship with your bank, you have a good, pretty decent credit score where you can get a loan to roll those debts into a lower interest loan, or you get a loan to I appreciate you, Travis. You get a lower interest loan and you get money to pay off those debts, and then you focus on paying that loan down, but that's not attributed to your revolving. it's if it's an installment, so it's not going to hit your credit as badly as a revolving when it's when you have over the limits and doing all these things. And as long as you don't have any late payments, you're good. So think about, if you have a good if you can establish a relationship with a bank, you have a good relationship with a bank, you can get those loans to, you know, uh, consolidate your own debt. So that's it for me. I just wanted to come through because I know this time of year we amass a lot of debt. Like I said in my reel earlier, which was choppy and cut up. It wasn't even, when I posted it, it wasn't even like that. But that's another story for a different day. But like I said, there's people in America, there's $1.1 trillion in credit card debt. It's climbing, it's growing, and it's about to grow even larger during the season because people want to buy gifts and make people happy. And I get that. But how are you making yourself happy? How is it that you are progressing and moving forward with your life and doing better and creating generational knowledge to, change the generational wealth in your family? So you have to have the knowledge. So let me just say, both the debt, snowball, and the avalanche methods are effective, but they cater to different financial personalities. You have to know your relationship with money. You have to understand if you're scaredy. No, I'm just kidding. If you know that you get anxiety maybe for tackling large things, then snowball method. If you're more of an aggressive person, like to get it out the way, then you know that the avalanche method is best for you. So the snowball method is used to help you motivate and get you those small wins. The avalanche method is the most cost effective, and it's focused on minimizing your interest, which will help you in the long run as far as your payments. So no matter which method you choose the one that's right for you and stick to it. Be consistent. Make paying off your debt a necessity. Because the thing is, you need to have more disposable income in order for you to invest, because it's a lot. We had a change in orders, a lot of things about to transpire with our money, especially now that we have a pro-crypto White House. It's another story for a different day. So by doing these methods, it will help you save the money that you need. It will reduce your stress, and it will build a stronger financial foundation for your future. So if you need any assistance with any of the things that I spoke about, you can contact me for a complimentary consultation. If you need credit repair, I can help you with that. And if you are looking to purchase or invest in the Detroit and the surrounding areas, I can help you do that as well. And I can help you do that all across the United States, because I know realtors and different people all across the United States. So I bid you adieu, and I will see you tomorrow for Real Estate Tuesday on my real estate page, though. Not on my personal page, on my real estate page. So follow me at RE with T to get some real estate tips and education tomorrow. Have an amazing night.